It's official. This May is the wettest month in Oklahoma history. The statewide average for rainfall has surpassed 13 inches, obliterating the previous record by more than 3 inches. And less than 3% of the state is now in drought. Every day, emergency managers are getting calls about another bridge or road that has washed away because of floodwater. Statewide, the damage estimate is impossible to pinpoint. Except for the Panhandle, virtually every county has some sort of damage to infrastructure. And it comes at a time when transportation funding has been hard hit by budget cuts.
District 2 Oklahoma County Commissioner Brian Maughan is facing what other county commissioners statewide are also looking at: floodwaters that are washing away bridges and roads. For Commissioner Maughan, it's the North Canadian River that is getting wider by the minute, threatening to tear out a section of XXX Road in eastern Oklahoma County.
It's about 17 feet from the road right now. So with the embankment encroaching here, we lost an estimated 2 feet last night. We're anticipating, probably with the rainfall that's expected for the rest of the week, that we probably are getting close to the point where we're going to have to close this section of XXX Road down.
Just a couple of miles away, the North Canadian is threatening a $7 million bridge, also in Maughan's district. The river is scouring out the banks, eating up wheat fields. The bridge is now more narrow than the river, so it acts like a funnel, causing whirlpools that cause further erosion. Maughan's road crews have been working to give the river a relief valve, which means flooding land and the roadway, but better that than the bridge. Maughan, like other county commissioners, is doing what he can with the funding he has, but he knows even less money is coming after July 1st, because the legislature redirected transportation funds to help fill the state's $611 million budget hole. The Oklahoma Department of Transportation lost $12.3 million from its maintenance fund. The County Improvement Roads and Bridges Fund, known as CIRB, was hit for $50 million, and money that flows to the fund was capped, costing it another $22 million. Lawmakers took another $17.5 million from ODOT's Way Station Improvement Fund for a grand total of $101,726,764 in transportation funding losses.
I told the legislators that I didn't particularly have a problem with them taking our money so long as they took the roads along with them.
And that was an offer the legislature decided not to take.
Transportation affects everybody. It's the economy, it's farming, it's just a public safety issue, and it's never going to be cheaper. That's just a can that you don't financially want to kick down the road.
At the Association of County Commissioners of Oklahoma, Randy Robinson is executive director of the Oklahoma Cooperative Circuit Engineering Districts Board. He basically works for all 231 county commissioners, primarily helping fund county road and bridge work, a job he describes as challenging.
80% of the deficient bridges are on the county system, and that's a good day, so to speak. This rainfall and these different events have made it even more so.
To help with the immediate repairs, Robinson is looking to a disaster declaration and federal funds, but much of that money still requires state and county government to split a 25% deductible.
If we're hoping to get federal funds, the counties are going to have to pay. And these damages that they're looking at now, we're going to see payment and bridge problems months past this. We're going to see a lot of these things creep up months after FEMA has already left, and you're not going to collect anything for that.
And that disaster declaration may not include every county that has damage.
And some of these counties that are borderline and maybe don't qualify, they still have damage. They're still going to have to pay for that with already stretched finances. It's going to be a real burden. They're going to just have to keep roads closed, bridges closed.
State Representative Jason Murphy is calling on the governor to veto the fiscal year 2016 state budget, saying the spending plan is a 180-degree reversal of a decade-old promise to fund the state's transportation needs. Representative Murphy says, quote, "Throwing out a budget before legislators and the public know what they're voting on is a sign this budget is inexcusable." House Minority Leader Representative Scott Inman says of the cuts to transportation,
"It is incomprehensible and immoral for this legislature to steal millions of dollars that could be used to protect our citizens in rural Oklahoma and all throughout each and every one of our counties."
Governor Fallon is not expected to veto the budget deal, but she did instruct the Oklahoma Department of Transportation to speed up processes and find new ways to help the county-led recovery and repair efforts. ODOT spokeswoman Terry Angier says the agency does not know how to pay for all of that.
It's one we have to ponder for a while because really we're so busy handling the flood issues that we're not even to the point of where is this money going to come from.
After cutting $12.5 million from ODOT's maintenance account, the legislature also requested that ODOT not divert any money from its construction funds designed to fix deficient roads and bridges. Angier says with nowhere else to go for money, they may not be able to comply with that request.
That was funds out of the roads fund that we're very appreciative of. However, we'll do everything possible to keep everything whole, but with floods like this, things could change.
No one knows how much it's going to cost to fix all of Oklahoma's damaged roads and bridges. While ODOT's Angier doesn't have a damage figure, she does know that number is growing by the hour.
On US 271 near Clayton, our estimates initially were under 500,000 and now we're looking at millions. We only can imagine what could come as a result. We were initially estimating at this point maybe millions. Frankly, now we've upgraded that to tens of millions.
And there are far more miles of roads and bridges on the county transportation system which suffered even more damage. The price tag for that may not become clear for months to come.